This is a Headgum original.
We might title this episode Hodgepodge because no one here knows each other. We've got Billy Scafuri from the No Joke Podcast, Emmy Award winner, we should say. We've got Alex Berkman making her Headgum Podcast debut. What is your job title?
Senior Creator Partnerships Manager.
Huge. So you get ads. You get branded content.
Creators to join the platform.
Creators to join the platform.
Yeah.
That was going to be my fourth
Geoff
guess.
just listed what he thinks people in an office do. So you get ads?
I don't actually work at this network. Cory Lane returning. You were a hit. Your episode was a hit, so we had to have you back.
Thank you.
Also, I needed someone else.
Oh, wow. You should practice quitting while you're ahead when you're complimenting people.
Well, I tried to get you and Madison to come. She couldn't do it, and then you said yes.
Yeah.
And so then I was like, who else can,
I have a very lowly supervised work from home job.
Yeah. And we should say you work for a government agency.
I do work for a government agency.
Marika Brownlee on the sax, obviously. Casey Donahue on the fax. We've got you on a Voice of God mic.
That's right.
Let's keep you highly active during this episode.
Okay.
Jeff's coming in nervous.
I'm coming.
He feels on tilt right now. Is it just me?
We did an episode. What's that?
I was agreeing with Billy.
What's that? What are you talking about me? Are you guys talking about me? What's going on?
We just did an episode this morning at 10. Now it's noon. And that one was the episode that was more outlined. We have a plan here, but it really relies on your guys' personalities, your joy, your inner child.
May I ask you a question?
You may not.
Okay.
Marika, you have anything for me?
Do I have anything for you?
Questions, concerns from New York City?
Yeah, I'd like to know what the DoorDash order that we just received is.
We'll get there. That's actually the last segment.
Then
Do you want to
why
start
did
with
you
that segment?
place-
Do you want to start with that segment? We can start with that segment.
What? Don't put this on me. You're the one that just timed things poorly.
I didn't time things poorly. I didn't want to. What do you want me to do? I scheduled it ahead to get there at noon so that it would be there for sure. And if there are any issues, any refunds, any substitutions, I could still order it. You always complain that when I order things for this show in LA, that I don't send it to you in New York. The first time I do it, I get lambasted by you.
You've never ordered things for this show in LA, period. You just send
Really?
things to Amir at random hours of the night.
That's true. One time I sent Amir DJ Khaled's wings, or like chicken wing company, Ghost Kitchen, through DoorDash. I didn't know he was out of town. So this food sat there on his doorstep, rotting for a
Wait,
week.
no, it wasn't
awesome.
the wings. It wasn't the wings.
That was
it
lobster
was the,
thermidor.
Yeah,
It was lobster thermidor.
Ooh.
And he was out of town for days. And it
Well,
just
they
sat.
didn't have Clams Casino, so I had to get the lobster thermidor.
Have to is the thing that you should explore in that sentence. You didn't have to do any of that.
I disagree.
You recorded a podcast today at 10 a.m.?
Yep.
Yesterday, when you invited me onto this podcast,
Correct.
you gave me a 5-minute window to respond if I could do a 10 a.m. podcast
Yes.
today. And you said, "Oh, we lost that window."
We did.
Well, what do you mean we did? Because you just said you recorded at 10 a.m.
It filled up.
Okay, so
So
I
you lost that.
You
window.
lost.
Oh, wow.
I might have not worded it correctly.
Correctly.
To address the energy coming into this podcast, could I just ask real quick, were they unkind to you in the podcast this morning? Was anybody mean to you?
Who was on that one?
It was Billy Brick and my friends Cecily and Lucy, comedians.
Oh, I love them.
We did.
Oh, great. Those doesn't sound like people that would be mean to you.
Would or would not.
Would not. They don't sound like
They
mean.
were kind of mean.
Oh, were
I
they?
think Billy would be mean to you.
Yeah.
I guess I don't know Billy.
Yeah.
The other two people. I know.
We did a squat off. It was 2 squats to handle. Too many squats to handle was the name of the game. And so we did who can do the most squats in 3 minutes while also being bombarded by questions.
Who won?
I did technically.
Love
then-
setting up games for you to win.
I didn't think I was going to. Anyway, and then Cecily won by.
What inspired the
forfeit.
squat off?
I came up with the titles too many squats to handle, and then kind of backed my way
Well, I backed that ass up. I also backed my way into what the game was.
I don't even understand the play on words for too many squats to hit. Why commit to that? What is that? What is that a play on words of?
Well, we try to do like game show inspired segments.
Oh, and that's too hot to handle?
yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Mm.
Two
Big
squats,
help,
no
Cory.
bundle.
I got you, man.
Good looking out.
You've been on the show before. Marika, unfortunately, is like a weekly staple. Alex, what do you want people to know about you? What do you want to point the people to? The floor is yours.
Am very hungover today.
Really?
Wow,
Hell
fun.
yeah.
From the company dinner?
Yes.
Wow. Now I wish I had gone instead of outlining this episode for 3 hours.
So I'm actively trying not to die.
I can't believe you said yes. I asked Alex 10 minutes ago if she wanted to be on this episode because Amir bailed. You don't have to do this if you're really hungover, but I really appreciate you powering through.
I think it felt right as like a debut. Felt like a good fit.
I'm already in pain. Why not just double down and do this podcast?
Yeah.
It's like when you're sad and you listen to like sad songs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lean in.
Yeah.
Lean in.
How was the party?
It was great.
Yeah?
Fun. Had a lot of wine.
Was it
and
wine?
Yeah. It was a lot of wine.
Did anybody embarrass themselves? Casey, maybe?
Casey
Did I
was
embarrass
looking
myself?
I didn't
fresh.
say anything.
Casey was wearing his bolo tie
Nice.
and
Hell
he was
yeah.
winning.
Casey's from Florida.
Alex told me how sharp I looked, and it really made my night.
It seems to have also made your this morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're glowing.
Yeah,
Still
it's,
beaming.
That's a beautiful smile.
It's really nice to get a compliment on my clothes.
Yeah.
Ugh. I don't think I've ever been as happy as you look right now.
That reminds me.
I'm also not
Casey,
hungover, so-
that I just,
Would you just giving your finger to Alex?
Marika,
that
what did
reminds
you
me,
do last?
Casey, that I just wanted to say one thing, which is that I saw a cowboy-esque shirt that I've been meaning to send you, and so I'm going to do that now finally because this reminded me of that.
Okay, great. Can't wait to see it.
What did I do last night? Is what you asked, Geoff?
Yeah.
I watched the Netflix movie The Noel Diary, which wasn't very good, but I had a hoot and a holler.
Was Marika on your other episode?
No.
Okay, so this is your first time meeting her.
Hi, nice to meet you, Marika.
Am I the only one who
Nice
feels
to
like
meet
she
you.
could kind of speed things up a little bit?
Speed things up.
Her cadence is a little.
I think that there's like
Draggy.
a vibe. It's a vibe.
It's definitely a vibe for sure.
It's a vibe. It's a vibe.
love it.
It is one of the, I'd say, top complaints that I see on the internet about myself. But I don't really care.
I think it takes confidence to operate at your own speed, Marika.
Let's keep things going with everyone's. Bond of the week.
You're still doing Bond of the Week.
Alex, have you ever heard the show?
No.
Fuck.
You're still doing this.
My image of you is
She doesn't
like,
have to find you. You're already here. She
Yeah.
doesn't have to research you as a creator. You're here. She's listening to other people to see if they want to come on the podcast.
Exactly.
right. I get that.
If she was quality and control.
I did listen to one episode.
Which episode?
It was literally you just like telling a very long story.
Well,
It was the audiobook episode?
Yes.
That's
And I didn't understand what was going on whatsoever. I was very
That's-
confused.
That's because I couldn't book any guests that week, and we had to put some shit out. And so I read a chapter from this book that we do in, like bits about on the show. Anyway, we do the segment called Bond of the Week. Daniel Craig is out as 007, and so every week until the next James is cast, we're lobbing up our pick for the next Bond.
Mhm.
This week, my pick is Billy Scafuri.
Thank you.
I think what's that?
Thank you.
Got it. You're already jacked. You don't have to work out for the role.
Okay.
And I also think Lustig could be the gadgets guy.
Oh, he is a human gadget. Just quit Twitter.
He quit Twitter
He quit Twitter
because of Musk.
because of Musk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope that the whole thing goes belly up because I'd love to have less social media.
I found it funny that one of my close friends, Adam, quit social media right around the same week that you said, if I get to 10,000 followers, I'll post my ass. So
Did you
please
see my
follow
ass?
me. I saw your ass.
Yeah.
So two different directions there. One a very sweaty kind of like, please follow me, I need followers. And one like, I'm good here.
I think that's the perfect thing to go out on, or go out with.
An ass?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you see my ass on Twitter?
Mm-mm.
Interesting.
It's probably professionally better that way.
Yeah. I hired a boudoir photographer because I got to 10,000 followers, and then I rented a pier space loft, took a very tasteful photo of my ass, and posted it to the internet.
We were downtown this weekend, and you're like, that's the loft that I took the picture of my ass. And I was like, that's awesome.
That's true. That's
such
true.
a casual.
You'll
Hey, have you seen my
always
ass on
have
Twitter?
that loft.
Sorry, Marika, 1 second. What were you saying?
Yeah.
I've got my meanness back. It's been a couple weeks where I've kind of reined it in, but I think it's the turtleneck.
I thought you were going to be nice today.
Yeah, I did say right before we recorded, I was like, maybe I'll be nice to everybody, and then I realized I didn't want to do that.
Yeah, you definitely wouldn't. My bond of the week is Casey and his bolo tie.
Wow.
Nice.
That's cool.
I agree.
This is huge for me. What a day.
Casey, have you ever worn a bolo to work?
No, I haven't.
They're like for events only?
Yeah, it's I kind of gave up regular ties and I've switched to bolo.
Yeah.
I got a handful of them,
Nice.
and it's a real compliment getter.
You're kind of a uniform guy, I would say. Like you play within the uniform, but I kind of know what to expect from you, which is a cool thing.
Wow, this is huge for me.
I think
love
it's
it.
the nice episode only like across the booth.
I also love that we keep describing the only person not,
I'm
on,
not on
camera.
Bounce of the week. Do you guys have anybody ideas for the next James?
Yeah, I think I'm ready to do it. Me.
Cory Peter Lane.
Yeah, I think that they haven't had an Irish bond, and they've also not had a Jewish bond, and I could do both.
That sounds like every Brit's worst nightmare.
Yeah, I know. We just come in there and take their jobs and have sex with their wives. But that was like their problem like 50 years ago. They've got other problems now, but 50 years ago they were really worried about us Irish and Jewish people.
Yeah. So you're cast as Bond today.
Yeah.
What do you do? So shooting starts in, let's say, March.
Yeah.
Are you changing the hair? Are you trimming the beard?
Oh, I'm getting worse.
You're getting more
beard longer. I do clean up my unibrow.
You're gonna let it go?
I'm gonna let it go.
Yep.
I'm gonna go on like an ice cream diet. I'm gonna be the first.
You do the Ryan Gosling.
Yeah, I'm gonna be 400 pounds.
And then you show up on day one.
Yeah,
and they're like,
wheezing.
Mr. Lane, right this way to hair and makeup. And you say,
oh no. No hair
no.
and makeup for me. I've done it.
Yeah. And then do you do your own stunts?
Of course.
But do you train for them?
No. No. And I die on set. Like the crow.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's in his contract.
Yeah.
Must die.
Yeah. And so it never really comes out, but
all your interactions with women aren't like being suave, betting them. It's getting
it's
rejected.
very uncomfortable. Nothing that you can really quite put a finger on is wrong, but
so you prepare for the movie like The Crow, and then you quote The Raven to
Nevermore.
the Bond.
Yeah. And then I die, and everyone's like, "That's okay."
Yeah. With
Like, why did they
blue
cast that guy
eyes.
as Bond anyway? He hasn't really done much. And then he like killed himself essentially.
I remember you asking this, starting this game, the James Bond game that we're playing right now, like 50 episodes ago when I was on, and I'm just shocked that it's lasted this long.
I'm fucking waiting on Barbara Broccoli to make the decision.
Who's Barbara Broccoli?
The producer of Bond, and she's like,
That sounds like a
Is that her
fucking
last name?
yeah. And the guy who started the first
Don Stringbean.
yeah, right. Fucking BoJack Horseman ass names.
Damien Edamame.
I said Shrek 50 episodes ago, and I still think Shrek would make a great Bond.
Yeah, I guess he'd be like, M. Let me hop in on that kind of like pseudo killing yourself thing.
Yeah. You can kill yourself on it too.
How you feeling right now, Geoff?
I'm starting to soar off cold brew. My cortisol levels are all over the fucking place because I haven't had water and I didn't eat anything this morning.
Mm-hmm.
Alex, do you have any ideas for Bonds? The next James Bond?
I would have to go with Larry David.
That'd be good.
That's a good one. That's a really good one.
Yeah.
I just want to be cringing the whole time.
And it all takes
Like a-
place
like afraid that he's gonna keel over from stunts or just like his general demeanor?
General demeanor.
Like
But maybe keeling over too. He's getting old.
Yeah.
a grumpy Bond.
A grumpy Bond.
Grumpy
Yeah.
Bond who like
Doesn't want to be here. Doesn't want to solve problems.
No.
is so put upon every time that he's like called in to solve something. He's like, ugh. And also when the Bond girl dies, he's like,
Larry
that-
Bond. Larry Bond is a
Larry
great
Bond.
name. Bond. Larry Bond.
Larry Bond.
The whole movie takes place like west of Sawtell, but north of Venice and south of the Palisades.
Where Jewish people live?
That's just where all of Curb Your Enthusiasm
Oh,
takes
okay,
place.
never mind.
Except
I was
for the
trying
New
to
York
catch
season.
you in a
Yeah.
anti-Semitic trope.
Let's take it into news of the day. A recent CNBC article argues that COVID-19 changed the dating landscape and argues for sober first dates instead of like getting a drink. What do you guys think the best first date is?
The genuine answer.
Yeah,
Um,
this is a genuine question.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Like a first date that didn't start off as a first date, but then by the end you're like, oh, this was a first date. Like
yeah.
you've accidentally are the last two people somewhere, or you or the first two people somewhere, and you get some one-on-one time, and then by the end you're like, oh. And then when you do go on what is technically your first date, it kind of feels like a second date.
That's cool. I've actually that's happened to me before.
Yeah, me too.
And
It's
it's
great.
lovely. It's organic.
A lot of the best relationships I've had have started that way.
Yeah. Shout out.
Hey man.
Who were you pointing to?
Camera 2.
Camera two.
Shout out.
Oh yeah, let's keep going.
I'll bleep it all out. Marika, let's hear it. Faster, obviously.
Shit.
You put me on the spot. I don't
By
know.
the way, in the
like-
DoorDash bag is some speed. So actually, let's
Like
get that
old
into
trucker
you.
speed.
Yeah.
Like,
now you're just like prolonging it because you're just complaining and it's taking longer. I think like a walk somewhere, like in a park.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
You know how like I forget which acting school this is, but it's like paying attention to your physicality and like what center of your body you lead with informs the character. You have your nose so high up in the air. Your energy is like snooty and holier than thou today.
Whoa. So uncalled for.
No, I have bones to pick with.
is that
everyone.
like Second City?
Okay, yeah. Yeah, pick the bones then. What
That
else?
was it. Mostly that and the speed with which you're talking. Let's hear walk in the park, you said?
Yeah.
I mean, we're all obviously Team Marika, right?
Yeah,
Like, let's just go, we
100%.
can clear that up right now, right? Like, no one is siding with Jeff. The
something
TV,
just
the
fall
TV
from
even
the
wants to
wall?
get out of here.
Yeah, I
Yes.
broke the
The
TV.
TV even wants to leave right now.
All in.
So
This is all in.
can I
Casey's
maybe
like,
comment?
this has to be fixed.
And go ahead and look at one of the cameras and show them how great you look today,
Yeah.
because I think that we've been talking about you a lot and you look really good. Hey, buddy.
Ooh.
Marika, if I may comment on your body language, I think that if we were in the same room, you'd be like attacking Geoff. And would you want me to do that for you?
Yeah, that would be great.
Cool.
I think there's like also a delay problem, and I feel like if I were just like in the same room, it'd be like slightly faster.
No, Marika, here's
Harking
the
back.
Geoff is just being Geoff. You've done nothing wrong
Yeah,
here
I agree.
whatsoever.
I'm
You're
aware.
Yeah, I know you're aware, but I just want you to hear it from someone else because we're
you, I
trying to make
appreciate
sense of what's happening, and you're fine. You're perfect, just the way you are.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
Agreed.
You said her nose is so high up in the air. You used words like snooty, holier
Yeah.
than thou.
Hoity-toity.
Yeah.
I don't know. She said hoity-toity.
Hoity-toity.
No, I was adding.
Oh, now you're adding.
Tripling down. So we've got group hang, lingering, and then first
Okay,
real
that's a mischaracterization of what I had said.
No, like in one-on-one time within a group setting, and then your first actual date feels like a second. We've got walk in the park. What do you guys got? Hit us with it.
I like walk in the park, and I will just add to that by the end of the walk, you'll maybe both know, kind of to your point, do we want this to keep going?
Yeah.
Do we want to get fries now? Do we want to share a plate of fries or something like that? It doesn't have to be like big meal where suddenly someone's going broke or someone's like clocking how much money's going in and out. But I do like the idea of like a free, simple event, and then we could decide, hey, you want to keep this going a little longer.
Yeah.
And I think day dates. I'll just say day dates.
Really?
There's just so much more. I don't know. To me, nighttime comes with nightlife, comes with hooking up. All that energy is kind of just all mixed up in there.
That's fair.
Yeah. So on the sober point, I think a day date is a nice way to start.
Yeah.
I thought you meant gifting them a Rolex day date.
Excuse me?
Alex?
I'd have to go with the way that me and my boyfriend met,
Which
playing
is?
Edward Fortyhands
Oh my
in a bar in Isla Vista.
Wow.
They let you play that at a bar?
Who duct taped the 40s to your hands?
The bouncer.
You'd think.
I
Yeah.
honestly
Wait, this
don't
was at a
remember.
bar?
Yeah.
I've never heard of someone
Me
playing
neither.
Edward.
Did you go to UCSB?
Yeah.
I feel like just that city is owned by university culture. Isla Vista
Yeah.
is just, that's
Yeah, yeah.
awesome. I didn't get in.
Mm.
Who put them on your hands? I would like.
I think just friends. Yeah. It wasn't a one-on-one date. It was just kind of like it happened.
That would be so funny.
I didn't think
Yeah.
it was.
We're ordering dinner
Actually-
across the table, but you just had two 40s duct taped to your
I
hands.
might do that.
That is
80 ounces of malt liquor.
that is really funny.
It was
I'll
a
have the
day
pork
date,
chop,
though.
just splashing oldie on your forehead.
Wait, and then what was the second date?
Flip cup.
Exactly. No. Honestly, it was months later, at a jazz bar dinner situation.
Of course, the natural 40
Progression.
hands to jazz bar.
And that's the spectrum of dating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A jazz club or Edward 40 hands. Those are the two ends.
Yeah.
So funny.
That's awesome.
And
But,
when was the moment you realized this is the guy for me?
about 3 months in.
That's late.
What?
That's so many dates. Well, no, not long term. I mean, just that you
Oh.
wanted to like pursue it more than like a casual thing.
I see.
The first time.
The first time.
Yeah.
Okay. That's fun. We do have to move on. Well, not to a new segment, but to more news of the day. Also, per CNBC, in the US, you can, quote, legally be fired for any reason or no reason at all. Let's talk about it. How do I still have employment here? I was expecting Amir to be on this episode, and I thought he would jump down my throat immediately on that one.
I could maybe not like speak for him, but speak to that.
Yeah.
I think that you're a good looking guy.
That's not good for comedy.
Well, no. And you didn't let me finish. That is about it.
Just hottie.
Yeah, you're really hot. So people let you do stuff.
The long lost remains of the last known Tasmanian tiger have been found in a cupboard.
Wait, we're just off that?
We have to keep it rolling.
Okay,
I mean,
so
we've
what was
already
found in the
lost like
cupboard?
5 minutes to Marika's drawl.
What was in a cupboard?
The long lost remains of the last known Tasmanian tiger.
Who's cupboard?
That's crazy.
That's a great question.
That's
Good
what I want
question.
to know.
Good question. A cupboard. Not even a closet.
Yeah.
Like a pantry?
Like
Like next to the baking soda, they found this Tasmanian tiger. Like what's a cupboard exactly?
it's like a pantry, I think.
A small closet.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Wall Street Journal reports
Oh my
kids don't
God.
want cash anymore. They want Robux.
What's a Roebuck?
Glad you asked. It's digital currency that does not appreciate in value like crypto, but really just exists within the Roblox games, which I don't really know what those are either.
It's like if Legos made a game. Kind of.
Got it.
It's like, you know Roblox, like or like kind of like Legos that you can't swallow. They made a game
That's
online that kids play.
That sounds like a game in and of itself, though.
Don't swallow the Lego.
It's like hot potato.
You have to put as many in your mouth without instinctually swallowing one.
The co-hosts of Good Morning America fucked each other.
I love the body reset for each one of these news. Hey, so telling his monologue.
You guys heard about this?
Yeah, thoughts?
Have you guys heard about this?
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
Uh,
of course.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
So, fittingly named, Here's what you need to know. Paparazzi shots of them cozying up and holding hands and visiting each other's New York City apartments have surfaced. Rumors are circulating that they fucked off to a private cottage in the New York mountains. And on their last broadcast, one host said, "Who's looking forward to the weekend?" And the other said, "I am." And there was a third host that said nothing. Best of all, I wanted to screen share this. The last Instagram post from the guy, TJ Holmes, was this. This was an anniversary post for his wife. This particular decade challenge is a little late, so he didn't even post on the day. But 10 years, Marilee Feebig married me, and despite my best efforts, she remained married to me the past 10 years. That's not hyperbole. I'm not being dramatic. I gave her plenty of reasons, excuses, and opportunities to walk her fine ass out the door. But instead, with her built-in black woman superpower, she showed a grace and patience that's incomprehensible. Asking her for another 10 years would be asking too much. Another 10 months? That might even be a stretch. If she gave me another 10 weeks, I should consider myself lucky. If she puts me up with me for another 10 days, I'd be grateful. But if she could even spare another 10 minutes of her time for me today, I would consider myself blessed.
Casey, can you leave the echo in for all of this?
Oh my God. Can I have the remote, Geoff, please?
Yep.
Oh, nice. Oh, wow. Lucky Dog seems to be playing on the Bone channel.
Let's watch Degrassi.
Let's just watch. Maybe we just watch TV for the next 10 or so.
I'm sorry. Lucky Dog seems to be playing on the Bone channel is the funniest string of words I've ever heard in my life.
Everything's coming apart as
Oh,
we
no.
stumble across the halfway point.
We all knew this would happen.
Let's take a break. We'll thank some sponsors.
Wait,
Be right back.
Wait, why?
Just turn your volume back up.
Guys, this show is sponsored by BetterHelp. I'm a huge fan of BetterHelp. I love what they're doing to expand access to therapy. I'm in therapy every week. I say it every time I have an ad read for them. It is extremely important to my life. And again, you don't have to be actively dealing with like a deep trauma to go to therapy. Like the reason I go to therapy is to be a better version of myself, to understand myself more, so that, the little things don't bother you, so that, things don't grow into resentment or insecurities. Like just being able to talk with somebody about what you're dealing with, what you're thinking about, even if it's neutral, you will learn something about yourself every week. And that's where BetterHelp comes in, all right? Because life doesn't come with a user manual. BetterHelp Online Therapy is basically the next best thing. Navigating any of life's challenges can make you feel unsure, whether it's a career change, a new relationship, or becoming a parent. And therapists are trained to help you figure out the cause of these challenging emotions and learn productive coping skills, which makes therapy the closest thing to a guided tour of the complex engine called you. It really does. Again, I'm in therapy every week. Could not recommend it enough. I really think, especially all the male-identifying people out there, there's no shame in going to therapy. I've been in therapy for 3 years, and you got to feel your feelings, guys. You got to be able to communicate them healthily, and calmly. As the world's largest therapy service, BetterHelp has matched 3 million people with professionally licensed and vetted therapists available 100% online. Plus, it's affordable. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to match with a therapist, and if things aren't clicking, you can change therapists at any time. No waiting rooms, no traffic, no endless searching for the right therapist. Learn more and save 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/what's that? Again, that's BetterHelp, BetterHelp.com/what's that? Thanks, BetterHelp.
We're back. Everything's fine.
Do you ever see that Radiohead music video where the water slowly comes up for Tom York and he's just drowning, but really, really slowly, and he gets through singing the entire song? That feels like Geoff today. Yeah. I'm just watching my friend like slowly swim and just drowned out here.
Yeah.
But looking great doing it.
Thank you.
We've confirmed you're a hottie.
I saw a homeless guy that looked like you today on the way here.
Was he also wearing a turtleneck?
No, but he was dressed very well.
I complimented Geoff's fashion when we walked in today.
What makes you think that he was unhoused then?
Wow.
I have to screen share. They didn't do this last episode.
I'd actually think I'd rather watch that than do this, so.
Yeah.
Imagine being hungover, coming to work, saying, I don't want to be here today, obviously. Getting bombarded by Geoff 10 minutes before, and then just watching him play with wires and try and fix an echo for the next 2 hours. I remember this podcast.
Why won't it let me
I
screen share?
remember this podcast now.
It was conduct you don't usually see from a conductor. Tim Schultes took the New York-based Chelsea Symphony on a wild sleigh ride. Tim is a teacher, not a conductor. He only got to lead the orchestra because he won a raffle.
It was like a Carol Burnett episode. I was like, how can I make them laugh?
Maybe by wagging your butt while wearing a kilt?
Tim was totally uninhibited. He was totally the music.
Artistic director Matthew Aubin was playing the French horn.
I actually had to look away from him a lot because he was making me laugh.
Tim kept looking back at the audience. The musicians already knew
Why
the
does she
song.
sound mad at him?
You think they were ignoring you completely?
What?
She sounds mad about
My
this.
favorite move of his was when he put the baton up in the air and kind of twirled it around like a lasso.
Instead of dignified drama, Tim opted to loop it up like Whoopi in Sister Act. Tim was once a Broadway dancer. His conducting stint got rave reviews. He slayed that. He killed that.
That was what got me going, was that trombone in the back. He was going nuts.
And when it was over, he did what all good conductors do, gave the orchestra their due. In this case, the music went to the maestro's head. Jeannie Mose, CNN, New York.
Do you ever think that podcasting and news, they're all part of the same media legacy? And that woman going like, and then he did something nobody expected. Like, that's like, you're all part of the same evolution of news. Do you ever see that and see what you're doing and go like, we're sisters of the same cloth? Do you ever think
What's
those
happening
words?
right now is that everyone wants to be against me, but you're saying nonsense, and them two are giving looks like, all right, we're about to be with you. Just make a little bit of sense.
Yeah, they maybe if you were saying this, they would have hopped on and said like, that sounds
100%.
stupid.
You're saying that podcasting is media.
When you break it down to that, yeah, I guess
Podcasting is radio.
podcasting is radio, and the news was on the radio before it was on TV. And just watching that, like, that's news. There was a tint
Everything
of like,
was on the radio before it was on TV.
My question is, why did we watch that?
I was just
No context given whatsoever. We
really
took a break. We took a break to go to that.
I thought Amir was going to get a kick out of it, to be honest with you. And then I was going to make a joke about what if he had done the gritty. We have to move on.
Bad joke.
Shit. Shit. All right, you know what? Let's just do this one. And it was the wrong theme song.
Your shits were coming in at the exact downbeat where they should in the song. Do 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 shit do do do.
Welcome to MasterChef Dairy Edition. Marika, can you have Joel bring the ingredients?
Yeah, I'll slack him.
And I'll be right back. Talk amongst yourselves, but don't be too gossipy.
Where do you have to go?
He has to go to the fridge.
He doesn't have somebody to slack.
So how's it going for you? We've both done this podcast.
This
Our expectations
experience?
are met. How's it going for you so far?
I'm still thoroughly confused.
Yeah. Did you have any expectations going in?
No.
Yeah.
I like to go in blind.
Okay. Did you think you would have like questions to learn more about you? I think the initial idea of this podcast was to get to know the staff of Headgum and get to know everybody. Were you hoping to share things about yourself, or are you just along for the ride?
I'm just along for the ride.
Respect.
Yeah.
Do you feel that this
that.
informs your job more? Do you think that you are going to try to find some like counterpoint creators to whatever this is?
Like shows less like this?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that's a blow. All right. Welcome to MasterChef Dairy Edition. I have in front of me 3 glasses.
Oof. That's not going to sit well.
Eggnog, cottage cheese, and whipped cream.
Is this showing up on camera at all?
Yeah, it's all there.
And ice cream. Looks like coffee creamer.
Okay. Butter.
Did you
Kerrygold butter.
have me tell Joel to put ice cream in the fridge?
Did you get your shit?
Sage is bringing it in. I don't know where Joel went.
All right. Well, let's see what Marika has.
Was
So-
that ice cream in the fridge?
Yep.
Okay.
So if we're playing the Price is Right, what are we thinking this all adds up to? Jeff spent money on
Yeah.
this bit. This bit cost Jeff
We're
money.
playing The Price is Right.
Would you say over, under, he spent $40 on the
You
items on the
gotta
table?
remember to double it because he did it for Marika as well.
Right, okay. But for our table at
Well,
least,
Yeah.
over, under 40.
This is my bag is from a Rite Aid, so if
Let's
that
see
helps
what you have in your
guessing.
bag, Marika.
I say it could be over 40. Kerrygold butter
Oh god.
Yeah.
is like
Yep.
$6 or $7.
Yep.
Mm.
So we're probably looking at something around $100 for this bit.
Yeah.
Real dollars.
I have a gallon of 2% reduced fat milk.
Let's call it $7.99.
Let's show it. Yep.
Okay, we're missing that at our table.
Okay.
We've got whole and it's just a quart, but that'll have to do. So
Hood golden eggnog,
Unnerving.
ultra pasteurized.
Ultra.
Our
Only
eggnog
way.
is also ultra pasteurized. I read that as well.
But ours is from a bourbon company.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't
I was
Feel-
curious if that's alcoholic eggnog.
see a lot of overlap with like grain alcohol and dairy. Marika?
Great commentary. Philadelphia cream cheese.
Mhm. Floating around $20.
Easy cheese. Cheddar.
25.
Do we have $15 more worth of dairy? That's the question.
An 8-ounce carton of triple churned extra creamy sour cream.
Okay.
Unnervingly slow. It's a pacing
8
issue.
ounces of mozzarella, Sargento.
I knew that was Sargento. I knew it was Sargento from the back.
and
Pumped about
perhaps
that.
the most perplexing of all, one single baby bell.
Love that.
The name of the game is MasterChef Dairy Edition. You guys all have a jar in front of you. Casey and I are going
I
to be the
don't.
judges. Okay, well then you also need a jar. Where's Sage?
I don't- and I have to get her back. We don't have jars.
Do you have a glass?
Tell me what to do. Tell me what to do, and I'll go.
You need a
find
glass.
it.
You need a glass, and I need Joel back in the room because in New York, Joel's going to be the judge. In here, it's going to be me and
Okay.
Casey.
Why do I have the feeling that this podcast is going to be evidence in a case
I die.
or do something awful?
I haven't even gotten to explain what the game is. MasterChef is a cooking show where people try to create food and shit. This is MasterChef Dairy Edition. You guys all have an empty jar or glass in front of you. You're going to, with these ingredients, one by one, create a dairy concoction. And
Okay.
Casey and I will be the judge on who creates truly like the best tasting thing, but you have to use all the ingredients.
Mm.
So it's really just ratio.
You have to use all of the ingredients.
Yes.
Okay.
How are you going to taste it? Are you scooping down to the bottom?
Uh,
How are you going to get everything in one bite?
you can help me decide how I do that.
Okay.
Can I leave
Wow.
the room to
Yes.
actually do things
Yes,
with the
yes,
ingredients?
yes.
Okay,
yes.
I won't have a microphone with me.
That's fine. We'll just need the finished product.
So
Okay.
Billy lined the rim of his jar with butter and
I
then
saw that.
dipped it in the ice cream.
Okay, so that's already so much dairy. We've got Cory starting things off with, like, I would say a half cup of eggnog. He's going to cut it with some whole milk.
I saw them all handling the butter barehanded.
I broke the stick of butter in half.
It looks like I've done so much shit to this studio. We've got Alex being patient / maybe boycotting the game.
Oh, thanks. I got a new jar.
What happened to the first one?
I don't know.
I accidentally used 2.
Asshole. Alex, is now the perfect time to tell you that you're pretty much exact doppelganger for my therapist?
Really?
Yeah.
And how is that for you mentally?
Me or Alex?
How does that make you feel?
Cory, are you using?
It makes me feel like I can
are you
share a
using the
lot with you
cap
that I
for
probably
the eggnog
can't.
as a spoon.
I'm using the cap for the eggnog as a spoon for the ice cream.
Okay, we've got Billy filling the jar with mostly whipped cream. I think this is a good start. I would say that Billy's is looking the most delectable to me thus far. I've spilled champagne in the studio, coffee. I think
I was on the 100th episode when you were.
that's one of my favorite
on
episodes.
champagne.
Okay, Alex has ice cream and eggnog. She just pulled ahead in my eyes. The butter, I think, is unsalted.
To be fair, they all have ice cream and eggnog.
Yeah, wait, you said that we have to use everything. You
Yeah,
can't
but it's
judge
about
us on
ratio. It's about
which...
ratio. And then the White Lotus theme song inexplicably playing under all of this.
Is that coffee creamer in the white?
Oh! Cory sort of
Cory's
shaking.
There it is.
And that's raw denim, too. That ain't no rental.
Alex made a tower of whipped cream.
Oh! Leaning tower of cream.
And it's going down. And there goes the tower.
Done, chef, done.
Thank you, chef.
Can I try it?
You want to try it?
I want to try it before I make other people try it.
Yeah, I mean, you're free to taste test before you want to lock in.
That's the mark of a true chef.
It's lovely.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. So what went into this? Can you explain the ratios that you used?
The minimum... I put the minimum amount of cottage cheese.
Yep.
I put the minimum amount of butter, just a little bit of both.
Yeah.
Then I hit it with some eggnog, some whole milk, some Nature Bliss Coffee Mate.
Yeah.
And then I used the cap from the eggnog as a spoon for the ice cream. And then I used the cap of the cottage cheese to cover and shake up the whole thing.
That sounds like you put a lot of time and energy and thought into this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it really just tastes like an eggnog milkshake.
Yeah. Casey, you want to dip your mustache in this too?
Let's do it.
Now that there's been 2 mustaches dipped into it?
No, actually, you know what? I'm getting a little bit of the coffee creamer. I'm getting a little bit of the milk.
This is disgusting. Now I'm messy. Oh, great.
Smells like.
What am I doing taking this seriously?
Honestly, you can.
Oh, that's nice what you just did, Alex. Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
One of them one of them's bound to be better though. I will give Cory's. I'm gonna adjust them. There's gonna be a curve, but I'm gonna give yours a 9 out of 10.
Wow.
Yeah, right now we're starting at a 9 for me as well.
There's definitely. I feel like there's something that could be better about it. Alex, are you ready to present yours?
I'm ready.
Okay. Can you walk us through this?
I'll say I'm intimidated by Alex's, especially the finishing touch. So.
Yeah, we have no idea what Marika's been doing.
Well,
I don't think she even has a jar yet.
I just want to mention how stressful it is to see all of these open dairies next to your open computer.
Open dairies.
Open dairy. Yeah, we're
What's
in
the
an open
open-
dairy
yeah.
state. What's the? It's a concealed dairy.
All right, Alex, walk us through what you've done here. I will say there's a lot of separation in this one.
Mhm.
There's layers to this.
Texture.
Yes. So I started with a big scoop of ice cream because
Yeah.
that obviously will taste the best. Poured some eggnog, a little bit of the milk and creamer. I did a leaning tower of whipped cream,
Yeah.
just assuming that most of it would taste like whipped cream, and finished with a drizzle of eggnog on top.
That sound.
It has a honestly very distinctly different smell than yours. Yours was heavier than on the eggnog.
Do
All right.
you like eggnog?
That was a big gulp.
That good, huh?
Alex, I gotta say,
There's a dairy intolerant person having diarrhea on your behalf listening to this podcast right now.
I had high expectations for this. It tastes the most like yours really tasted like an eggnog milkshake that you could order at a bar.
Yeah.
Or like a burger place. This really tastes like a concoction of what these things are. Yeah, Casey.
Jeffrey, for those just listening and not watching, has a very cute little dot of whipped cream on the tip of his nose.
You're giving me Gordon Ramsay vibes right now.
Because I'm angry?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm actually hangry. 'Cause I haven't eaten.
More eggnog in Alex's than Cory's, for sure.
I got butter on the nose of that one.
You've got butter all over your nose.
You also got whipped cream on the nose from that one.
Nice. That was a little on the nose. Wait, what did you give Cory's? A 9?
I gave it a 9.
I'm gonna give Alex's a 6.
Oof.
I'm sorry.
Wow.
Upside down 9.
Did you say damn or ham?
I said ham. Upside down 9.
Sure.
I'm gonna give Alex 7.5.
Remember, ooh.
7.5.
I'm sorry.
Remember the bolo tie?
I remember the bowl. Can't
round up to 8.
You know what?
Can't round up to
8.5.
There it is.
No, this is cheating.
You can butter up
And
the
I
judge.
think that you look really handsome without the bolo tie. I think just in general, you're a really handsome
No,
guy.
he's trying to bank
this is-
points.
No, and it's working.
You butter up when you play the dairy game.
Nice.
I liked Cory's a little bit better because Alex, it was a bit too thick.
It was pretty thick.
Mhm.
All right.
And a great speaking voice. You should have a great speaking voice.
Thank you so much.
Billy, walk us through this this dairy.
It's your classic butter-rimmed, 3-layered whipped cream ice cream situation. I tried to ease off of the cottage cheese. It doesn't really seem like there's a place for that in this drink. So what I did was I rimmed my mixing jar with cottage cheese on the inside. So there's just going to be hints of cottage cheese in there. But ultimately, this is kind of like a post-workout meal. You know,
Yeah.
2 a.m, come home drunk. You don't really have ingredients for something. You make a butter-rimmed dairy drink.
I will say this smells the best of the 3.
Wow.
Thank you.
Here we go.
Chef?
Interesting.
Chef?
Sorry.
Second sip never hurts. And if you have any notes,
Tasting notes or notes on your performance?
either is great. Both
It's
are
very
welcome.
vanilla-y.
Yes,
It's-
that's what we were going for.
Yeah.
The rim is a nice touch.
Thank
Yeah.
you. And you have a great speaking voice.
Let me try Cory's again.
Oh.
I liked Billy's. I was saying off mic. I liked the work he did around the rim.
Thank you,
I
Chef.
think It really came through while drinking all of the cream.
Thank you, Chef.
Yeah.
It was light. It was nice.
Thank you.
Refreshing.
Yeah.
I gotta give him a 9.5.
Wow.
Thank you, Chef. Thank you, Chef.
I'm going to give him a 9.
Point.
Just 9.
Yeah.
You agree?
I liked it as much holistically as Cory's. I will say that the taste of Cory's, I think, is better. The texture of Billy's is better. The texture of Cory's is worse. The smell of Billy's is really good. The taste doesn't live up to the smell. Cory's smells like it tastes. You know what? I might need to bump it up to a 9.5.
Mine?
It might need to be a 9.5.
Thank you, Chef.
The 0.5 for me came in the rim work. really.
What's
Like
that?
the rim work was
Yeah.
was
Thank you.
How many times do you say rim work?
the rim job you did was amazing.
Thank you.
So I just feel like I deserve a moment to say something right now.
Yeah.
I really felt like I was just the out and ahead winner, coming out with 9, then getting a 6. At first, I was gonna walk away thinking that I had won. I would have said I really admired your rim work, but now because I'm a sore loser, I will say that I was gonna do that, and then you did it, and then I'm like, well, I'm not gonna copy you, but I just want everyone to know that I thought of that too. And
Okay.
Daddy, chill.
Daddy, chill.
Did somebody say that or?
Marika, we've got Joel in the studio. Joel looks anemic. Let's talk about it.
You look anemic.
That's what white people look like, Jeffrey.
Okay, so today
He looks like he needs to go to the hospital. Some dairy will be good for him. All right.
Today with my ingredients, I prepared Joel a nice glass of eggnog topped with Vietnamese cinnamon, which you can't really see. There
Is
it
that
is.
is that
You
dairy?
can't just get
Hang
anywhere.
on. Is that all you did?
An
No.
ingredient?
You have to
And
use
I
all the
also-
ingredients.
I'm not done. I made him a full meal.
Where's
So you
the
can
cheese
calm
wheel?
down.
Where's the
shit,
cheese
wait,
wheel,
yeah.
Marika? We know you got a baby
and
bell
then
in there
I
somewhere.
have
What?
A
Oh my
cheese
God.
dip, a queso dip with a mostly crispy cheese cracker and
Oh my
Cheez-Its on the
God.
side.
What the hell?
So, Joel, if you want to taste.
Okay, let's start with some eggnog. Cheers to everyone.
Nobody gave him anything on that.
This is good.
Good eggnog, great start.
8 out of 10. Cinnamon adds a lot.
I think you should go higher for sure.
It's gonna be tough to
We're
beat a
getting
9.5.
nines.
Okay. Well,
You get
now
what you
I
get.
feel a lot less confident about this, especially having watched Marika make it.
Marika, did you what?
Uh,
Microwave cheese in a bowl?
With the milk.
Okay.
And 2 different types of cheeses, but it's hard to make a queso with mozzarella. It's very stringy, obviously.
Yeah, of course, of course.
So now you can look at the texture. It doesn't look how you would want it to.
Love that.
Is it too watery,
doesn't
or-
look how you would want it to.
I mean, it's not bad. That's like a 5.8 out of 10.
Damn.
Like if I didn't see how it was made, it would probably be closer to a 7.
I mean, you gotta go higher. These people are getting 9s for
I
this.
put
Maybe
butter
they're,
on the
like,
outside of a jar and got a
creating
9.
something good.
Yeah.
That's lower than my score.
But you know,
And that's
I
saying
washed it down with some
something.
eggnog.
I got
Like I
such good scores.
Marika, you're far and away the loser so far.
have high standards.
I'm literally the loser.
Okay, well, here's the last caveat.
I'm
By
sorry,
the way, this
Marika.
Give you a gourmet meal.
okay. Here's the part of this that we didn't really.
Eggnog is good. Eggnog
Sorry.
go up to a 9.
Excuse me, Joel. Actually, excuse
I
me.
didn't make it.
Joel,
didn't
you also
make
have
it.
to give.
Joel can't hear you.
Oh, okay. Marika, relay this to Joel. Joel also has to give scores on the ones here, and Casey and I have to give scores on yours. So, Joel, this is just by visually and texture-wise.
You have to give a score to theirs as well. Visually and texture-wise.
That's eggnog Geoff has.
I'm not sure what it is.
Hey.
Hi, buddy.
What are you giving Cory's?
What are you giving that one?
Jeff's, I'll give.
No, it's mine.
It's Cory's.
Like
It's-
Make sure he knows.
Pretend
he's
it's
gonna-
Jeff's. Treat it like it's Jeff's.
4.
That's right.
Can he hear me?
Does he know
He
that
can't
it's
hear me?
Cory's and not mine?
Fuck
Because I think
you.
he's giving me a core. He's
Yeah.
giving me a 4 because he thinks it's mine. Here, you hold it.
No,
Yeah,
I
I'm
told
gonna
him
hold
it was
it.
Cory's.
Okay.
I told him
4,
it was
wow.
Cory's.
And he can't hear me?
Okay.
No, he
Yeah, he
cannot
can't
hear
hear
you.
you.
Okay. Okay, great. When you're listening to this later, if you fuck me on this, I will find you.
He has no
Okay,
idea you said that.
Alex's,
Alex's.
Just keep in mind
Alex's,
that
I'm gonna
before.
have to
Oh no,
say
he can't hear me either.
8.5.
8.5 for Alex's.
Looks twice as good as Cory's.
That's
Twice
true.
as good as Cory's.
Mhm.
I'm
All right,
gonna
and then
kick
Billy?
your
Thanks,
ass.
Joel.
And then the final.
Let me find the best angle.
He's finding the best angle.
Wow.
Oh.
She is a beaut.
What?
That looks like a That looks like a freaking 10 to me.
Yeah! Thank you.
Great.
Thank you.
Holy shit.
Marika,
I'm
please tell him I
moving.
said thank you.
Okay, so let's do these averages out.
Allude to that.
Yeah.
You guys have to rate mine.
I'm going to say 10. I think she went above and beyond. She didn't have to do any of this. She didn't even have to do the show today. And
Yeah, are we rating just on appearance?
holistically, your impression of it, I'd say 10.
I got to say 10 as well.
Great. Okay, so
Great,
let's
thank you.
average these out. Corey, I gave a 9. You gave a 9. Joel gave a 4. Quick math here.
22.
22 divided by 3.
7.7.
7.33. And then Alex, I gave you a 6. You gave her an 8.5.
Mhm.
And then Joel gave her, what, 8.5?
No, much higher.
10?
No, it was an
He gave it
8.5.
8.5.
Marika sticks to the rules. No.
No.
That's going to be 7.66. So,
That fucking sucks.
yeah.
Wow.
Billy, we gave you 9.5, 9.5, and Marika gave you Joel gave you a 10. So, here we go.
Wow, that's nearly perfect.
Thank you. Great speaking voice, Casey.
That's going to be 9.66.
Wow.
And then Marika, you got 2 10s. And what did Joel give you? A 6?
Can you remind me what the overall rating that you would give my meal was?
Combined, I think it was like a 7.2.
Asshole.
0.2, huh?
Yeah.
Cool.
I mean, we know Billy won, but just to get the final scores.
I'm moving to New York, and I want Joel to worry about me.
All right.
What was my final score?
Your final score was 9.06.
You fucked me. Be gone.
Yeah, Joel really yeah, get out
I
of
think
here,
this
Joel.
made me
No,
lactose
don't-
intolerant.
Nice. Go
what
take
I
a
said.
Lactaid, you fucker. The winner of today's MasterChef Dairy Edition is Billy Scafuri.
This is fucked.
Casey, how long have we been going?
An hour.
Great. That's it. That's all I had today. I had
Wow.
a White Lotus thing, but I kind of shoehorned it in orally.
Shoehorned it in orally.
What?
Aurally.
Orally.
Orally. Congratulations to Billy.
Thank you.
You are the master chef
Thank you.
of dairy.
Feels great.
Yeah, how does it feel?
Sticky.
Sticky.
Mm.
Very
Yes.
sticky,
Yeah,
very,
no
very
wine.
My
wet.
right hand is sticky right now.
My left is.
I feel like a 5-year-old boy who's just like had a lot of sweets and came home
Yeah.
from the park and his fingers stick. That's what I
100%.
feel like right now.
Impressions of this game. Should we do it again with a different type of viscous ingredient class?
Probably not.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
There's definitely a dairy shortage, right? Like, is there? I think so.
There was an Eggo waffle shortage like a year and a half ago.
I mean, all of this is just going to get thrown out. Like,
I think we'll keep some of it.
I thought you were talking about the audio we're
Oh, yeah.
recording.
Everything we're recording.
We were facing a butter shortage in October. So
But then they started churning out more.
That's really good.
Let's do this. Exit interviews of MasterChef Dairy Edition and plugs. We'll go down the line starting with Cory. How do you feel about this? How do you feel about your performance?
I
And
started really
what do you have
strong.
to
I
plug?
got 2 9 out of 10s and suddenly was the biggest loser of all. And it's a bullshit game. And I'm going to kick Joel's ass. I've got a show on February 25th.
So far away. This comes out on December 23rd.
Yeah, that's the nearest show that I've got. February 25th, it'll be at the Elysian with the band Dark Daisy. I'm
Cool.
part of a sketch group.
Social media?
I'm at Captain Sadbeard. I got a good follower bump last time I did the show. That was fun.
No, your episode was a hit. People
I'm-
love you.
I'm at Captain Sadbeard, so give me a follow.
Captain, all the way, that whole full word,
Captain.
not CAPT.
No.
Okay.
On Twitter, I'm Capt Sadbeard,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't really use that platform very
Mhm.
much. Yeah.
Cool. It's a huge yawn from Geoff towards the end of that. That was like a
Sorry.
lion's roar.
Yeah.
The Fox MGM.
It sometimes feels that the people closest to us were comfortable giving the worst of ourselves. Like people a little bit further away from us, we wouldn't show them truer sides of ourselves, but then someone gets closer and they get worse parts of us.
I would say that that's not true about the first time I met Geoff. He was just out the gate. We didn't have a relationship. And he was just like giving handshakes where he wouldn't grab your hand, he'd grab your arm. You're just a master at making someone feel a little uncomfortable. Just like a little off.
And do you want to plug, like, are you going to be doing that anytime soon?
We're banking episodes so I can take a 3-week break.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
What are you going to do with your time?
Be normal.
Like what? Do what?
I'm going home to Cleveland, then I'm going to Wichita, Kansas, then I'm going to New York City.
Great.
And what are the addresses of all the places you'll be staying?
Alex? What do you have to plug? How did you feel about your performance in the dairy contest?
The dairy contest was touch and go for me. It kind of came at a time where I entered the shaky period of my hangover. I was a little worried about looking like a tweaker. But I actually came out a lot more on top than I thought I would, thanks to Joel and, the rave reviews. So I'm okay with it.
Hell yeah. Do you want to plug your social media or any outside projects?
Join Gumball if you're a podcaster, and at Alex Berkman.
Scafuri, what do you got?
I don't usually like to play your games. I've done this podcast a lot, and the more I've done them, the less I've enjoyed them. But
Really?
I think so. Even in the YouTube comments of previous Headgum podcasts that I've been on, people have almost tired of me being tired of you. So I was almost surprised to be invited back, but here we are. And I decided change your tone, change your tune, play the game. So I went in with an open mind and I tried to use the ingredients in front of me and I tried to show them respect and hopefully them together would produce a tasty meal.
And how do you feel now that you won?
I feel really great. And I want to apologize for being so salty to you all those other episodes because now I realize that if you just play the game and play along, it's a pretty positive experience. So I feel great. I'm excited to leave this studio a winner. And one more time, Casey, great speaking voice.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Casey? Plugs, how do you feel about dairy?
Dairy is good by me. I have no issues with it. Thank God.
You sound like
I'm tolerant of it.
Like
Dairy
Donald
never
Trump
did
talks
anything
about
wrong.
like,
To me.
Minority.
Jewish people.
Dairy out there.
I'm fine with dairy. If you want to marry dairy, that's fine. I'm not going to.
No, this was a fun game. Glad to be here. You can follow me at Casey Donahue and listen to the Pit Wall, an F1 podcast for casual fans.
Marika Brownlee, round us out. How do you feel about the dairy edition of MasterChef, and what do you have to plug?
I feel very proud of the presentation and meal that I made for Joel. I think that I was at a disadvantage with my ingredients being different than everyone else's. And also at an disadvantage because Joel's a little punk ass bitch. And I'll say it on air.
Yo!
You just did.
Joel's going to catch these fucking hands.
Wow.
I think Marika got robbed.
You can call me daddy.
That was
Joel
in
is
reference
great.
to Marika.
Joel is great, but he is on notice for this because I tried to make it as palatable as possible for him.
Yeah.
I made a fucking cheese crisp in a microwave.
You got 2
and his
tens.
favorite thing was the eggnog that I poured and sprinkled with cinnamon. So, it is what it is. But
Yeah.
I was whipping together a full queso dip for him.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, fucking follow me on Letterboxd or whatever. At Marika
Holy
Elon.
shit.
Twitter, Instagram, at Marika Elon, but mostly Letterboxd.
Got it.
Can I pitch a title for this episode?
Yeah.
There's something about dairy.
That's good.
Yeah, you kind of want to laugh. Everyone just went,
What about when Dairy met Casey?
You should be there's something about dairy, and then you could do a little bit of whipped cream in your hair. Have you seen that?
At Jeff Boyardi on Twitter.
Put it in his hair right now.
At Jeffrey James on Instagram. At Jeff Boyardi on Twitter. We'll come up with something. I'll start a group chat. Thank you guys for
Don't
listening to this.
for that. Don't start a group chat for the title, right? Everyone has their own work and stuff to deal with.
I mean, Marika's right.
That was a Headgum original.